How's life for you? Things treating you well? I don't know. You read the news, everybody says it's not treating you well. Markets all across the country, real estate and otherwise, are suffering. People are suffering. Did you know that 87% of the people in America today are living from paycheck to paycheck? And you're probably one of those saying, yeah, I wish I could get a paycheck. We're in real estate. You know what that means, don't you? That we're entrepreneurs. That is that every morning we wake up unemployed. Oh, thanks very much. I appreciate you sharing. All day long we go out looking for a job, am I right? I think so. You know, I was coming back from Chicago about 3 years ago, and I was at that point in my life where everything was affecting me negatively. I'd be on my way to the airport and I'd go, I'd get at the airport and, you just get whiny. Everything affects you. At the gate, I'm watching a mom and her 3 kids. One of them, a 13-year-old who was quite talky. I get on the airplane and they don't have my seat. Exit aisle. No. Where am I sitting? Bulkhead. That's the one that has it right in front of you that you can't see anything, can't lower your laptop, have to coil your legs up. Down the aisle, I hear the 13-year-old Kathy Chatty coming. I don't know whether I'm going to have pretzels or peanuts. Do you think they'll have those little cookies? You know what? I'm going to have a Snappy Tom, but it doesn't have any alcohol in it. It's just a non-alcoholic tomato. I'm going, dear Lord, please don't let her sit next to me. Plop, right in the seat next to me. Well, I know how to avoid that. I bury my head in a book. After what seems like a day, day and a half, I finally look up and she goes, hi, are you flying on business or pleasure? At her and said, business. Put my face back in the book. Now we are in the air. I'm no longer reading, but I am turning pages because I'm in high perceptual management. And what can I feel are those little eyes on my neck. Flight attendant comes down the aisle and I'm thinking, maybe a cocktail. I look up and she says, so, what kind of business causes you to travel? You ever said something and you're sorry you said it? You even try to pull it back. You say it and you go, trying to suck it back in. You can't do it, can you? I said, I'm a motivational speaker. I'm going, oh no, that opens a door. Bam, head back in the book. I don't even order anything to drink from the flight attendant. It's now been, week, 2 weeks. And those little eyes of the chatty Cathy are burning holes in my neck. I look up and she goes, so, you're not very motivated. Ah! Can you believe it? Busted by a 13-year-old chatty Cathy. And she was right. How can I do what I do for a living and not be motivated? So right. I talked to her the rest of the flight, to her mom, her brothers, gave them a copy of my book. Man, I'll tell you, it was an excellent lesson for me. You see, in the business that I am in, I cannot afford not to be motivated. Oh, by the way, neither can you. See, there are people who are buying and want to buy. There are people who are selling and want to sell. And they're looking for a positive, educated, excited, motivated real estate person to help them. It's just like this Kachina doll over here. You know, when that Indian who does that dance puts on that beautiful Kachina costume, he doesn't think he's an eagle. He becomes an eagle. When he dances around, he doesn't think he's flying. He is flying. It's easier to act your way into a new way of thinking than to think your way into a new way of acting. Today's professional real estate salesperson must be motivated and motivating. See, if I ask you a question, are you motivated or not motivated? Answer A or B. Most of you would say, C. Sometimes. You cannot afford to be sometimes motivated. You know, there's this thing called work smart. Have you ever been told to work smart? My dad, day one, my first job washing mops in a janitorial service for Earl Gage a zillion years ago, 35 cents an hour. That'll tell you how old I am. He says, just remember this, son, work smart. Yes, Dad. Then forward till I got into real estate, my broker Doyle Parchin says, work smart. You bet, Doyle. Heck, I've even told people to work smart. A couple of years ago, I started asking people their definition of work smart. I could not get an answer. So I wrote a definition of work smart. Work smart, doing the basics better and more often than anyone else. What? Doing the basics better and more often than anyone else. The basics have changed. As a matter of fact, we are no longer in the information business. Huzzah! I'm excited about that. We used to have the hat of information on, just like the gal or guy in the information booth down at the shopping center. Guess what? They don't make any money. Today's consumer has all the information. When I come to your area, I'm going to talk about the evolution of the consumer. I'm going to speed that forward into what the new basics are. And I'm going to also make you aware of this. Even though they have changed, what's old is new again. According to a recent study done by NAR, find their agent as a result of a referral from a friend, neighbor, or relative. How do they know to refer you if you're not contacting them? Oh, I know a bunch of you have resorted to the internet. Yeah, I like it. I'm into it. Facebook. Do you have a Facebook page? Yeah. Do you tweet? Oh, yeah. I think tweeting is one of the best things you can do. But not to sell. If you're trying to sell me something on the internet, my lips are chapped again. Remember how I get iffy? Internet is there so that you can build a persona of who you are. That positive, motivated, intelligent real estate professional. That's exciting. Not someone who's just a total techie. I heard a great quote the other day. It said, socializing on the internet is to socializing as reality TV is to reality. Get out from behind the computer. Get out from behind the desk. Get out and get away from all the crabs. Go out and talk to people. Crabs? What the heck is he talking about now? Oh, have you ever seen crabs in a bucket? Put crabs in a bucket. Fill the bucket full of crabs. Eventually, after clawing, scraping, pushing, one of those crabs will get up to the edge and begin to set themselves free. What happens to the masses at the bottom? They reach up and grab him and pull him down. The hardest thing about getting to the top is fighting the masses at the bottom. Don't be a crab. Don't fight the masses at the bottom. Don't hang out with them. Get away from them. Do something different. That's why I'm coming to town, to give you a bunch of good different things and to be motivating. Yes, I now agree I am a motivational speaker. For years I avoided it. I want to motivate you. I will be there to pump you up. I gotta do that. You need it. It's like a shower. We all need one once in a while. Come on in. We'll laugh, by the way. We'll have some fun. I'll teach you how to avoid the crabs at the bottom. I'll teach you how to get to that 10% of all the associates that is now doing 85% of the transactions. There's a lot of room at the top, and there's a lot of mass at the bottom. Let's go to the top. I'll be there with you. Can't wait. Thanks.